Just giving you guys a bit of an update. As reported yesterday by Investors Business Daily, Bud Light boycott has already cost Anheuser-Busch $15.7 billion. Another group is burned by Anheuser-Busch's controversial Bud Light promotion. It's investors. But analysis insists the sting of the boycott on the company's popular beer will dissipate. That's what they've been counting on. A lot of experts on this issue said that it was going to kind of level out, and then it hit a new floor. So I'm not sure about that. The market value of Anheuser-Busch InBev, whose fourth best-selling brand is Bud Light, dropped $15.7 billion since April 1st, based on a conversion to the U.S. dollars by Investors Business Daily using data from S&P Global Market Intelligence. That's the day Mulvaney, a TikTok influencer, basically became a part of that. We all know this. Meanwhile, I think this part is important. The other major publicly traded global beer brands have added $3.2 billion in market value during the same time. So this is something that is unique to them. And keep in mind, we are entering into a new, it's a summer. Like we're about to enter into the days that beer companies do very, very well. Generally, the months, that is. Bud Light backlash to the promotion was almost instantaneous. Conservative consumers call for a boycott of the beer. Bud Light sales are down more than 23% as of the week ending on May 6th. And we believe there's a subset of American consumers who will not drink Bud Light for the foreseeable future. We believe a 12% to 13% volume decline on an annualized basis would be reasonable assumption. They go on to talk about how significant this is. And look, my question to, I guess, you idiots over there at Bud Light who greenlit this type of stuff, was it worth it? And I think that was really what was happening, is that some company was going to get burned by it. It was inevitable. It was just a matter of who. Everybody's doing this virtue signaling thing. And, generally people that are not leftists have this addiction problem with addiction problem with entertainment assets as well as consumer assets that they don't need. So in this case, like beer, as in there's alternatives, and also you don't have to drink it, but it's neither here nor there. And, if they just, like the authoritarian left does, said, you know what, no, we're not going to do this anymore, you'd start seeing some changes culturally. And this is the first big example that we've got where they stuck to their guns, and it's less of a boycott. It's more just inaction, where people just said, okay, we just won't purchase it. And that was it. And now we covered the story with Target, where the insiders were talking about, they tried to put it on as violence. That had nothing to do with it. It was more of that they've seen what happened with Bud Light, and nobody wants that. So companies I'd argue most are going to still do the same thing until more of them feel it. And this is why it's important to stick to your guns. It's like, okay, once the companies have made it abundantly clear you're not their target audience, just don't buy their products. It's not the biggest, it's not the most difficult thing in the world. You don't need to be an economist to see how that could be so impactful and to really send a message to industries across the board. It's not something that is just to one industry. So that's why I look at this as an important kind of metric here, something that is worth analyzing, because yes, it's finally the first, because generally speaking, folks are on our side of the aisle, or different sides of these different spectrums that aren't leftism, rooted in leftism. You get a lot of justification and excuses. So, it's inevitable. ESG and all this stuff it's inevitable. So might as well consume. That's how they look at it. Instead of looking at it like, well, there's power in the customer, which I've been trying to tell you, they just say, well, it's inevitable, so I might as well consume to justify their addiction. But once that changes, you'll start to see changes across the board from different companies, and your voice certainly will be heard. You have a lot of power, man. And this is just another example of it. But was it worth it to you guys that greenlit this? Because now you see how much money you've lost. And it's not like Bud Light is just, it's okay. No, they've tried to make these ads that are like the complete opposite of what they did. to try to bring back in some kind of enthusiasm. It's just not going to work, or it's not working, at least right now. So we know they're feeling it. We know they don't like it. We've seen the marketing folk being put on leave and stuff. We know that they have some internal struggles right now, because nobody just likes to, in terms of market value, lose almost $16 billion. That's not in the cards for really any big business. If you enjoyed this video and want to support other content, please become a member at ericdjuly.com. This is my own unique platform that replaced my Patreon. Our Ultramax, which is our highest tier, gets free shipping domestically, even with Rippaverse orders, and are able to redeem the Creators Edition copy of ISOM #1. You can move up and down tiers or cancel at any time. Also visit Rippaverse.com. This is my comic book company that launched a $3.7 million campaign. We appreciate your support.